Nobody else on YouTube is talking about this. This is everything we know so far about Green Day's upcoming 1972 album. Like Sum 41, let's dive into the deep end for some details.
Talk of this 1972 project goes all the way back to December 8th, 2021 at 8:06 p.m. on Billy Joe Armstrong's Instagram story, which posted this image. It's interesting to note that a band that has spoken out against the anti-social media so many times is so darn good at it. That's all part of being a sellout like us, I guess. It was around the same time that fans met Billy Joe Armstrong at the Golden Bull venue and claimed to get the word from Jilly Bo Leg Week himself that new music was coming. This awesome human being posted it to the Hella Mega Facebook page. Other humans began spreading it through Reddit and the Green Day community, and thus this is how the world learns things. Billy Joe told the Lucky Dude about a 6-song EP that was coming soon, according to this 2021 info. On December 18th, BJ would say, Rack Studios, London, England, Green Day, 1972. Going back to the father of all ... for just a moment, during that era, Billy Joe and the guys talked about being out of their contract with Warner and that they desired to put out more music more often. And while I think that they've pumped the brakes on the pumping out albums idea, they have been releasing more standalone singles than ever before with the likes of Dreaming, Here Comes the Shock, Pollyanna, Rock and Roll All Night, and Holy Toledo, which is my personal favorite. And then we start to get the anti-social media teasers being pumped like brakes. A rollicking instrumental anthem played over Billy, Mike, and Trey recording at Rack, a studio famous for the recordings of the Pogues' Fairy Tales of New York that we've talked about here on the channel, as well as Kim Wilde's Kids in America, which Allie Bo Armstrong has covered on Mo Nunn Fun Days. The next teaser came with an unexpected shift into balladry. With such short pieces to go off of, these snippets could be all from the same multi-part song, like a Homecoming or a Jesus of Suburbia-esque track, which is an interesting theory, and we are all about theories. The next teaser takes us into the creative process with Mike Dirntey vocalizing a riff for the band and asking if they know what he is expressing. Jilly Bo knows exactly what Mike Dirntey means as he says, yeah, Green Day, you know? In these next teasers, we do see someone else playing guitar with Billy Joe in some of the shots, and I can't quite tell who he is. Can one of you guys identify him in the comments so we can get all the details? GDA users, I'm counting on you. It's believed to be Kevin Preston, which again, from GDA, but can I get a confirmation on that info? Is he playing guitars on the new album? Is he the new Jason White of the 1972 era, becoming the fourth Green Day man? Speculation is my jam, people. The snippets and the imagery have strongly implied an American Idiot vibe, bombastic and inspired. Can 1972 live up to that kind of hype, or do they need to back off and distance themselves from that kind of bragging? Here's one weird theory over on the GDA about an album idea. It says, 1972, here's Looking at You, Kid. That's the title. That's something that Trey Cool said in some post. A grandiose pop record that goes dark and snarled. Jilly Bo and company haven't been this bold and crisp in years. From the 11-minute trains, tanks, and bleeps to the gothic boulder. This album will leave you with a 50-year-old heartache in your chest, kind of like someone has stabbed you in the heart. Oh, baby, baby, baby! There's been some speculation on song titles like 50 for the band members' ages, or the title track called 1972 or 1972, or quotation. Anyway, the band do a ton of song titles with numbers in them, so that would make sense, even though it doesn't, you know? In March 2022, Billy Joe uploaded a Beach Boys cover of the classic I Get Around, seemingly by accident. Those darn Gen Xers, man. They're losing their minds. bleep, I've been lost mine. I did get permission from a certain dude over at GDA to use their stupid post. So here's some more wackiness from the Green Day Authority, Green Day community. I hope Billy finds inspiration to put the word salad in a new lyric. That would just really pound my cake, you know? Maybe record in a haunted cabin in the woods and focus the lyrics. Oh, I think he was watching some Foo Fighters movies. Matt Skiba would sound excellent with Billy Joe. Yeah, this person's definitely been listening to a lot of pop punk. He should do Nightlife Part 5. Do we have anyone on GDA that was around in 1972? No one ever answered that question for the dude. During all this insanity, discussion of the project evolved from the speculated 6-song EP to full-length LP, the 14th studio album by the Green Day Band from Oakland, California. While people have been debating me on this, all 3 members of the Green Day Band from Oakland, California were indeed born in 1972, and the band did indeed in the famous Rack Studios start recording, but followed up with more recording sessions at Ocean Way Recordings in Hollywood, California. When it comes to the overall sound of this record, someone on Green Day Authority noticed someone on Reddit noticing that Green Day boys are using a setup that was used on the 21st Century Breakdown and Revolution Radio eras, which could more heavily indicate what kind of tones and guitar sounds we're going to be getting when it comes to the shreddage of 1972. And from the teasers, I'm hearing it. Also, 1972, these guys are not the only just crazy good thing to come out of that year. Another Green Day face of interest is that of Rob Cavallo, who is back with the Green Day Band after skipping production of Revolution Radio, which the band did themselves, and Father of All, where the last gang in town worked with Butch Walker, someone who I feel doesn't get enough credit for his role in the music industry. And he's got some great solo songs as well as his own band. It's not too bad. Most recently, Holy Water Hangover is one that I'd recommend to Green Day fans, as well as Summer of '89. I think that Green Day fans would enjoy both of those quite a bit. Rob Cavallo worked with the band on most of their discography from Dookie all the way up to 2012's Trilogy, with 21st Century Breakdown being the only album in that time period that he did not work on. While the teasers have been coming out since the end of 2021, Jilly Bo Armstrong has recently stated the album is going to be released in 2023. And if other Green Day releases are any indication, September is a possibility, with October being the more likely release month. I carefully studied and averaged the release dates in the September-October albums by Green Day. Then I threw out the September ones to narrow it down to October. And I've determined a release date for 1972, okay? Green Day's 14th studio album, called 1972, could be released on, let's see here. I gotta show you the way my brain thinks. Okay, Insomniac, October 10th. Nimrod, October 14th. Warning, October 3rd. And Revolution Radio was on October the 7th. So we add those together. Like any average Billy Joe, I'm adding these dates together, giving me a 34-day month, which is weird. And then I divide that by 4, giving me an 8.5. There isn't an 8.5 day. So I've got to go by when the biggest releases drop, which is on a Friday, right? Used to be Tuesday, but someone ruined my life and changed it to Friday. It ruined your life as well. I was going to give the band more time to get things extra rocking and more overly produced, but that would put the album out on Friday the 13th, 2023. And since they've had major issues during the promotion of their last 5 albums, I don't want this to fall on a Friday the 13th, because it might be a jinx, for crying out loud. Hey, oh, that was my best joke drum sound. If they've been working on this since the end of 2021, I think everything will be all right in the end. And that's a Weezer reference for some reason there. Green Day's 1972 come out October 5th, 2023. Possibly 39 minutes and 72 seconds of Green Day new music that we've never heard before. As far as track lists go, I think it's most likely going to be a standard 12-track album, or if Green Day are really feeling lucky with their 13s, maybe one more track could be added, so it kind of gives to that, it adds to the American Idiot vibe that they are supposedly going for here, or that they supposedly have in the studio. They have heard our cries of agony when we saw that Foam only had 10 tracks, because they now know that we wanted Foam just to go on forever now. No? Just me? Okay, weirdos. There's at least one slower part and at least one epic ballad that we've heard teased. There's Rob Cavallo rejoining the Green Day family. I believe that 1972, or whatever Green Day 14 is going to be called,
1972 is going to live up to the hype. Don't steer clear of anything, Billy Joe, Mike, and Trey. 1972.